Hello and welcome to this video. We're doing an analysis of Andrew Tate on how he thinks you should get a girl. Okay, so let's have a look. And we can either agree, disagree. Let's see.
How you get it, but how should a guy get a girl?
Oh, how should a guy get a girl
So
in general?
you're not talking about
Yeah,
Andrew now.
yeah. For him, it's easy. Like, he doesn't even need to say anything.
Yeah,
Bam,
he's just
I'm Andrew
look at
Tate.
someone, yeah.
Money, Bugatti.
Come here, come here.
Come.
Yeah. There's a really long answer to give there, but truthfully, it doesn't matter if it's getting a girl or it's making money or it's getting status. It doesn't matter what it is. As a man, we live in hyper-competitive environments. I don't think enough men understand how competitive the world is.
Okay, fair enough. It is true that there is a lot of competition. So you have to basically stand out. I think this is the point he's going to say. You've got to stand out. If you think about, online dating, the majority of people on online dating apps are men, which means that you're up against it. And again, that's the same online and offline.
If you want a girl, you're competing against other men. You're not the only man who had the idea of getting that girl. There's no girl you're going to see and go, oh, I'll get that girl, and didn't cross anyone else's mind. Everybody else wants her. You have to outcompete other men. You have to be as competitive as possible. You have to be as successful as possible in all realms. You have to be as good looking, as funny, as smart, as spontaneous, as interesting, as charismatic, as rich as possible. You need to try very hard to be your absolute best. And as you become a better man, you'll crack through different tiers of attractiveness, and eventually you get to the top and you'll be able to have any girl you want. But
Okay, so basically what he's saying is, he's saying about be as good looking as possible. Now, I know that for us guys, looks aren't everything, but they do make a difference, which means that you need to be well groomed. You need to have a haircut that suits you, a beard, if you can grow one, that suits your face, clothes that fit. You need to be physically attractive, meaning you don't have to be muscly, but you need to have some kind of form and shape on your body if you want to stand out. It's the V shape, isn't it? With broad shoulders and a thinner waist, like Johnny Bravo, but obviously not as exaggerated, and a bit more legs. But even, looking at Tate here, he's not massive, but he's got a fairly decent worked body. So something like that would be absolutely fine. And that's not difficult to achieve. Even after 6 months of training, you can probably make a huge difference. So, yeah, that's one. And it's saying about being interesting, being charismatic, spontaneous, basically just having fun, living a good life, living a life worth living that other people would want to be a part of too.
the truth is, I have a lot of guys ask me, similar to your question, a guy will come to me and go, how do I get a girl? I'm like, bro, you're a loser. Yeah, but I know, but how do I get a girl? Well, you're a fucking loser. You're a loser. Why are you asking me? It's like saying, how do I win a race with a push bike? You're racing Ferraris. What do you want me to do? Yeah. There's only so much you can do. There's only so hard you can pedal. There's only so many tricks and tips. There's only so many game things you can say, so many pickup lines. If you're a loser, it's going to be very, very difficult, and it's going to get harder and harder. The game is rigged to become harder and harder for men. It's not getting easier. It's going the other way. And if you're going to be on a racetrack and there's going to be Ferraris there, and you're going to be on a pedal bike or in a Nissan, you're going to get smoked.
So that is true that, obviously the people who are successful, rich and everything, they're going to have a lot more options than you. Okay, or girls are a lot more attracted to them. But it doesn't mean that you have no chance at all. Like I said, you don't have to be rich. You just have to be confident, stylish, hygienic. And it's true that pickup lines and things like that aren't necessarily going to work. But in order to be able to speak confidently with a girl, you have to understand female nature too. Okay, I think Andrew Tate understands it because he's very no filter. Okay, that's one thing that girls like. Girls don't like someone who just is afraid what they believe in and what they say. They want someone who stands up for what they believe in. So that's another thing.
That's the game. You have to up yourself. You have to improve yourself. I'm not going to lie to anybody here and say you don't have to improve yourself. You can stay a loser and get chicks, because you can.
Yeah.
You can.
Well, you might be able to get some chicks, but they're probably not chicks that you are proud of.
Question: what do you think girls want from men?
Good question. Do you want the truth or a lie?
No, tell me.
Do you want the truth or a lie?
Of course.
Of course, they all say truth. I want the truth. You could just tell me the truth. Then you tell them the truth and they cry. Every time. What women want from men? Well, the first thing we have to understand is that it depends, right? Of course it depends. It depends on how old the woman is, what part of her life she's in, if she's looking for excitement and adventure, or she's looking for a family and to settle down. It completely depends. But In general, if a woman is going to dedicate herself to a man, then that man has to be all encompassing. He has to be a man who can fix most of her problems. He needs to provide stability and safety, which everybody knows, but not many people consider that he also has to provide drama for her. He also has to be entertaining for her.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, you don't want to get into a relationship with a girl and you don't want her to create the drama. Otherwise, that puts you in a situation where you can't really control the relationship. So, when he says put drama in, I'm pretty sure he means, you got to keep it exciting. You got to be spontaneous, book random trips. Say we're going here, be a leader. I mean, even if you're in a restaurant and the waitress is pretty, just obviously be polite. That kind of thing can create a bit of drama because the girl will think, oh, well, why is he being polite to her? But to be honest, you should be polite to everyone.
If a woman only talks to you and you're the only man in her life, and there's never any drama or there's never any, I wouldn't say conflict, I'm not saying this is going to start an argument, but if there's never any drama because drama is excitement, then they're going to naturally try and find drama somewhere else.
Now, with that, actually, one thing that you could say is that if you have a problem, speak it out. Don't hide it. Don't just allow the problem to go down again. If your girlfriend does something or she disrespects you or something that you disagree with, make it known. Okay, talk to her and don't be afraid to hold your ground. I think that's also what he means as well.
That always ends very badly for the man. You don't want them to try and find drama outside of the relationship. Women sit there and watch the Kardashians all day. They're addicted to drama. It's what they care about.
Yeah.
So if you're a woman's entire world, you also have to be the person who can, you have to shock her a bit. You have to be the person who can upset her. You need to be entertaining, all-encompassing from head to toe. Women want to be with a man which keeps them entertained, and a man which they trust, and a man which they believe can fix all of their problems. This is another important thing. If the woman comes to you with an issue and you can't fix it, you'll see very quickly how soon they lose it.
Would you ever date a Kardashian?
Me personally, no.
And there we go. Well, that was how to get a girl. I mean, he didn't really talk about exactly how to get a girl, so the title of this video is a bit strange. But yeah, I mean, basically what he's saying, his main points are, number one, develop yourself. Okay, be the best that you can possibly be. All right, so at least get a fairly decent body, at least dress well, at least be hygienic. I mean, to be honest, these are fairly basic things, but a lot of guys choose to not do them because it requires effort. Well, you put the effort in and then you get the results, right? That's one. And the second thing is, obviously, you need to build up certain traits like confidence, ambition, try and be successful. And I would also add that you need to learn how the dynamics between men and women actually work. There's a lot of things around which beat around the bush. They're not saying exactly what you should do or how it should be, because some of the stuff is kind of a little bit dark. But yeah, anyway, on to the next video. See you in the next one and take care.